This episode of Commercial Confidential will be about the story behind Smokey the Bear. The fictional Smokey the Bear was born August 9th, 1944. The first poster was painted by artist Albert Staehle. He was known for his Saturday Evening Post covers. He did 26 of them, but 25 of them were of his black and white Cocker Spaniel, Butch. He did many paintings of his beloved dog. The artist Norman Rockwell was also famous for his Saturday Evening Post covers. In the spring of 1950, Smokey the Bear became a real bear. In the Capitan Mountains of New Mexico, a wildfire burned 17,000 acres. A 24-man firefighting crew was caught in a dilemma when the wind shifted. They buried themselves in the earth of a recent landslide, and they survived. The black bear cub that would eventually become Smokey the Bear was a 5-pound, 3-month-old black bear that was rescued from the wildfires. He was hiding in a tree and he was badly burned. The firemen that retrieved him admired his bravery, and at first they named him Hotfoot Teddy. He lived with a vet and his family until he was recovered. Eventually, the bear was renamed Smokey the Bear. He went on to live at the National Zoo in Washington, D.C. for 26 years. He was so famous that the U.S. Postal Service had to give him his own zip code because he was receiving over 13,000 letters a week. He definitely was enjoying his stay at the National Zoo in Washington, D.C. As you can see, he's definitely a lot bigger than he was. And that particular tree is called a honey tree. It automatically dispenses honey and berries for Smokey the Bear. It was installed in his pen in 1984. Smokey the Bear's zip code is actually still in use. In 1962, the zoo paired him with a female bear called Goldie, hoping for an offspring. But as there was none, they eventually adopted an orphaned black bear and called him Little Smokey. Many actors have gone on to voice Smokey the Bear for the commercials, including Sam Elliott. Countless posters and memorabilia have had the image of Smokey the Bear on them to prevent forest fires. But prior to 1944, I found it interesting that they actually had Bambi, Thumper, and Flower as the faces of fire prevention. In 1976, Smokey the Bear unfortunately died, and ironically, they had him cremated. That's not true, and it's a poor joke. But they did have his remains flown to New Mexico, and he is interred at the Smokey the Bear National Park, and the plaque on his grave reads, "This is the resting place of the first living Smokey the Bear, the living symbol of wildfire prevention and wildlife conservation." It actually says a little more than that, but you can zoom in and see it. Rest in peace, Smokey the Bear. We appreciate you. And remember, only we can prevent forest fires. I hope you enjoyed this edition of Commercial Confidential.